I'm just going to say it's already been done. God chose Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, John Bonham, and John Paul Jones. That's the supergroup of all time.
It's hard for me to argue that. If I was going to put a supergroup, and it could be living or dead folks, right? John Bonham on the drums, David Bowie on vocals. Oh my God. On bass, I would say maybe Robert Trujillo or Flea are the two best bassists in my eyes out there. And then guitar player, man, and he's alive, but Nuno. He's the man. He blew me away with this last record, and he showed me some stuff from early Extreme that, wow, you know. So that would probably be my super group right now.
Just straight Mount Rushmore. So we're going to have Trent Reznor's going to be in there. We're going to have Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern Show on vocals. We're going to have Kevin Nash from the NWO on bass. Drummer's going to have to be me. Who could stand up with Kevin, Trent, Beetle, and myself? I think that's a good 4.
Dream Band, Nancy Sinatra and Elvis Presley as the vocalists. Dave Grohl is the drummer. Guitar, the guy from the B-52s. Bass would be Paul McCartney.
If I could put together a super group, it would be called Oasis. And they would just get together and do the thing.
Thomas Pridgen's on drums. I'd have to raise Dimebag from the grave. I'd have Dime on guitar, have like Bootsy on bass, and then like Halford on vocal.
The ultimate supergroups for me are like the Beatles and Queen, and bands where everyone is a really great writer and everyone is in competition with one another. We end up being the beneficiary of that competition. George Harrison having to compete with John Lennon and Paul McCartney as a writing team made George Harrison a better songwriter and gave us so much more cool stuff.
It's going to be dual-fronted, and it's going to be the two coolest singers that have ever been. So we're going to go Steven Tyler and David Lee Roth. Guitarist, I'm going to go Chris Buck, who's my favorite guitarist in the world. Drums, I'm going to go with the drummer from The Who, whose name I don't know, but he doesn't have cymbals, and I hate cymbals. So he doesn't have them, so he is the drummer. He gets that job just automatically just by not having them.
Do you think Steven likes cymbals? Steven Tyler?
I don't care what Steven wants. I'm managing this band, and he's going to do as he's told.
It's how it goes.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
This is all such a strongly personality-driven band already. I don't know if it needs someone more subdued, or if we need like just an enormous personality like Flea as well. And this is just like the most obnoxious band on the planet.
What would think of the music they'd create? That's crazy.
It'll be pretty wild. It'll be pretty wild.
Well, there you go.
Because Chris Buck, although he can play rock like a absolute crazy person, he isn't like a big rock guy.
He'd be so confused and just in
It'll be so good.
We're doing what? Flea, put your clothes on.
Yeah.
Well, I just hugged Claudio Sanchez from Coheed and Cambria, and he's one of my favorite living musicians, and I had to tone down my excitement and play it cool. But I would definitely have him be a part of it for sure. Let's do Claudio and Bootsy Collins from Funkadelic, Neil Peart from Rush, Joey Santiago from the Pixies on guitar. Just throw it together, see what happens. Because Claudio can pick up the guitar as well, quite well. And yeah, just throw in some some of the unknown, but they should be known, background singers throughout history. All the good ones that we can't name. But yeah, something like that. Funk and metal. All right, now I go to Tensum Bar, making other dreams come true in Louisville.